Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello, my name is Robin J. Emden, and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income, and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses, and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. If you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, you're in exactly the right place. My special guest today is Jen Liddy. When the magic you create with your clients is hard to put into words, that's when you call Jen Liddy. Jen is a brand voice and messaging strategist who helps experts and entrepreneurs translate their brilliance into clear, compelling messages that works across all their marketing platforms without ever sounding fake or forced. She believes that standing out in today's noisy world isn't about being louder, it's about being clearer. Jen shows business owners how to position themselves as the obvious choice by expressing what makes them different, better, and uniquely valuable in a way that truly resonates. Get ready to unlock the power of your message with Jen Liddy. Jen, welcome to Goalbusters.
Robin, thanks for inviting me on. Glad to be here.
You're very welcome, and I'm glad you're here too. Whereabouts is here for you? Where are you in the world?
Here is in the States. I'm in New York, in upstate New York, in the slap dab in the center of the state, in a city called Syracuse. It's a small city.
A small city. Wow. I expect your small cities are probably 3 times the size of our big cities. But
I don't think so. I think we're about 300,000 people.
Yeah, that's bigger than the biggest city near where I live. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so are we ready to do some questions?
I am ready for you.
Perfect. So I will start the clock. There it goes. So Jen, could you tell us, please, let's talk about what you do. Who is your ideal client?
The person that I love working with has been doing their thing for a long time. They probably have a lot of certifications and degrees. Basically, they have a lot of letters after their name. And what they do for their clients, it's like in their soul. It's like in their DNA. It's like they just do it magically. But they cannot translate it into words. They can't get the ideas across in their marketing. So my ideal client knows their stuff inside and out, has created magic for their clients many times, but doesn't know how to talk about it in a clear, compelling way that makes people lean in and go, yes, I need that.
Thank you. That's a very clear and compelling answer to that question. That's perfect.
I've been practicing.
So, yes, indeed. And you're also talking about, you're alluding to the second question, which is what is the problem you solve?
Oh,
but
yeah.
Of course, I'm sure you solve more than one. So tell us, what is the problem that you solve, Jen?
Oh, well, there's so many times when people need messaging. When you go to the grocery store and you bump into somebody that you haven't seen in years, they're like, oh, Robin, what are you doing now? You need to be able to say immediately so that person gets it without explaining in a 10-minute, diatribe or all the hows, or you need to be able to say to people, this is what I do. This is why it matters. This is why you should care. So the real problem that I solve for people is I give them the relief of knowing they always know how to talk about their expertise so that it gets attention. It doesn't just make noise in the world.
That's perfect. And you got me thinking now about meeting them in the grocery aisle, in the salad section, where my word salads are famous the world over. Yes, I've always
word salad is exactly what I am trying to solve for people. Yes,
I completely relate is what I'm saying. Perfect. So that's great. Thank you, Jen. So what is one valuable free action that our audience can implement that will help them solve that problem?
When you are an expert in your thing, you are steeped in it so deeply and for so long, but you're also probably surrounded by a lot of people like you, other experts, which means you start to take for granted what you think your audience needs to hear. You start to, like, you live in an echo chamber, basically. The best free thing that people can do is go back and talk to their audience, the people that they want to serve, not their clients, not former clients or current clients, because your clients have been on a journey with you and they speak your language. They're a little further along on their awareness and solving their problem journey. They get your language, they get your shortcuts. But your audience, they're speaking a different language. And also, our audiences have changed a lot over the past 4 to 5 years. And how they're talking about their problem, what they're searching for in terms of solutions, it has really shifted. So, the best free thing that you can do for your messaging, that is a super foundational thing that nobody wants to do, is go talk to your audience and do research, interviews, and just listen to how they're talking about their problem, and also listen to what they say they want, because what you know they need is usually different than what they say they want.
Yeah, that's really insightful. And it's such good advice. And I can hand on heart say I have never taken that advice to heart as well as I should do. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And actually, I have taken your advice to heart, but I do understand how difficult and challenging it is to find people that are really recognise that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they need to do, not what they're supposed to do. That's what they need to do.
It's what you need to do. But it's like, oh, it's uncomfortable, or I have to take up people's time. I'm telling you, it costs you only time and energy. It doesn't cost you any money. You don't need to spend money giving people Starbucks gift cards to thank you, to thank them for their time. Just let people help you. Ask them, get on the phone with them, record everything they say, and don't make any assumptions.
Yeah, absolutely. Solid advice. Really, really excellent advice. And as you say, it is free. Okay, so now we have a better understanding of what you do, Jen. Let's dive deeper into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time even to achieve business goals. So can you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits, please?
Yes, I was thinking about the time that it takes to create content. So once you have your messaging, you have to put it out there, no matter what platform you're on. And it takes people a long time to write their content, and they wind up saying too much. So my productivity suggestion is say less. Write your thing, write your email, write your LinkedIn post, whatever you are creating, write your blog post, whatever it is. And then ask yourself, how can I wring more out of this? My guess is in anything you've written, there are at least 3 or 4 pieces in that longer post. You can write a piece, and rather than writing long piece, long piece, long piece, long piece, chop them up and say less. And here's why. It not only saves you time, but your readers are at capacity. They do not have time to wade through oodles and oodles of sentences and words and paragraphs. Like, give them what they need. I call it fish food. Give them a little bit, let them come up and take a bite, go back to their little castle in the sand and eat it. And then they can come back for more. But you don't need to fire hose your audience with everything. So my favorite productivity tip is say less.
Fish food. Yes, I completely relate to that analogy. That's so cool. That's so right. I used to have pet fish, as it were, and you just little tiny bits.
Little
That's
bits.
all I need. That's all
Little
I need.
bits.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Thank you. So finally, Jen, can you? What should I have asked you today that I didn't? And your answer, please.
Sure. I'll make this quick because it's very simple. What is the one thing that experts need to stop doing in their messaging? And the answer is stop giving away all the hows, because you as an expert think that your value is in showing people how to do this step by step by step by step. And you might be sharing your IP or feeling like you can only provide value by giving those hows. But what that does for your audience is it makes them think they can do it themselves. And I always say, if your audience could have done the thing you solve for themselves, they already would have done it. There's YouTube, there's Google, there's all sorts of free resources out there. So your content needs to be much more about getting their attention, helping them identify with where they are, understanding there's a solution, and that you are the solution, but it does not need to be step-by-step how-tos.
Awesome. And we did that. You did that in exactly 7 minutes. If I hadn't waffled on, you even would have come under time as well. That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Jen.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I really feel like actually I've just had a free 10 minutes business therapy session. It's like you're talking to me, not talking to the wider audience.
I'm not talking to you.
So you really were talking to me. Thank you so much. So I'll take it. All right. So, but how can people reach you? That's a really important question, because obviously I would love it if people could find you. And also, if you have a valuable free resource that you'd like to share with us, now would be a good time to mention that too, please.
Okay. I broke up with Facebook and Instagram. I am not on those social media platforms anymore. I'm on LinkedIn. So if somebody wants to look for me, they can find me on LinkedIn, Jen Liddy. I'm a 1N Jen. The other thing that I have is a podcast called Content Creation Made Easy for people who like to listen to podcasts like yours. Maybe they want to hop over to that podcast, Content Creation Made Easy. But the most valuable thing that I offer podcast listeners is a free marketing tool. It's called the Backstage Brilliance Marketing Toolkit, and it's really positioned for people who don't love being what I call spirit fingers and jazz hands in their marketing. They don't love to be the face of their marketing. So this marketing toolkit, the Backstage Brilliance Marketing Toolkit, it gives you a little mini training on how to show up for marketing, but most importantly, it gives you 21 tweak and repeat content prompts so that you can position your audience at the center of your marketing and say what they need to say. Because everybody's like, okay, I get what you're saying. I know that I need to show up. What do I talk about? The Backstage Brilliance Marketing Toolkit gives you 21 prompts to help you show up without the spotlight being on you.
Well, as someone who sat in the spotlight right now, you might find this hard to believe, but that is right up my street. I am so going to go and get that right now. Yeah.
It is a really good little nugget. There's a little bit of training, and I keep it really tiny because nobody has hours and hours for this stuff. So you can go get it at my website, jenliddy.com/backstage. And listeners from your podcast can get it by using the code Robin. They can get it for $0 using the code Robin.
Oh, wow. That's very kind of you. I will personally put that through its paces shortly.
I can't wait to hear what you think.
I think already that's been an absolutely fantastic podcast. It's been great listening to you.
Thank you.
I genuinely feel like you were talking just to me. And I'm sure there are plenty of people listening and watching that feel the same. That was really great. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad it was helpful. Thank you for having me on, Robin. I'm glad it was helpful.
Yeah, very helpful and my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for doing it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.